This craziness must stop. This thing pisses me off so much, like, So recently Davido lost his son. Very sad news, took everybody by surprise. Terrible thing to happen to anybody, no parents who have to bury their child. And Davido is one of the biggest artists in the world at this point. And so obviously everybody's going to be talking about it. And a lot of the messages were people expressing their sadness, you know, giving their condolences to the family, all that stuff. Pretty normal reaction to news like this, but this is the internet, and so nothing can stay normal. It might start normal, but in no time it's going to go downhill and end up under a lagoon. And it did. There was so much stupid shit said. People said that the child was still alive. People were pulling out videos of another child saying that that is the son. Crazy things. But the worst one I saw by far, the one that I didn't even think people would say, especially at this time, was this one.
And everybody was writing, Joe, what do you think? Do you think it was a sacrifice? Do you think Davido sacrificed his child and stuff like that?
Oh, Bibini. Oh, somebody loses their son and then people start rushing to ask whether or not they sacrificed the... Fuck. Now that man you saw is called Joseph Okechukwu. He's a Nollywood actor and also he's a YouTuber. And I made a video about him before. And in that video I was making fun of him for pushing ridiculous conspiracy theories like Big Brother is a show made by Satan to do some plenty things. You know, Big Brother was the unveiling of the beast, and in the future they're going to be watching us and looking in our brains, all kinds of ridiculous shit.
How do we know who the Big Brother is? The Big Brother is Satan.
And in that video I was talking about conspiracy theories and why we shouldn't dismiss them, but also why a lot of them sound ridiculous. And at that time it was just funny because the things I was reacting to, they were like, you know, ridiculous. I've used that word so many times now. And he has still been doing it from that time to now, talking about how the Olympics is a way that they show the beast because they had a statue with a horn on it. At this point in time, anything with the horns is bad. Like, we can't even eat cow meat anymore. But this video about Davido's son is too far, bro. And I know his fans are going to come into the comments and try and call me a demon and tell me that I've sold my soul to the devil and I've been paid by the Illuminati to spread a false message. The comments on that other video is just them raining curses on my head and telling me how I'm never going to make it because I'm talking about a messenger of God. But if you're one of them and you're here again, welcome back. Drink some water and sit down.
So I'm making this video.
Now this is not the only video I saw. I saw 2 videos, and the second video, listen, keep watching the video, okay? Like, you don't want to miss that second one, bro.
I'm making this video not because I have done any proper research into this situation, because usually I will just take my time and research stuff and then I will speak with a tone of finality. But that's not the case here.
So first of all, what does this research process look like? How are you going to go about finding proof that the son was a sacrifice? But let's keep watching.
But what I'm going to do is help you understand what I believe may have happened to Ifeanyi. And then I can compare it to the ones that has happened or that have happened to so many other stars in Hollywood and other places, and see whether they bear some semblance.
And this is the thing I hate about these conspiracy Illuminati people, right? Like, somebody just lost their child and the first thing you want to do is to compare it to other people who have lost people in Hollywood, because you know what it's going to be, right? It's going to be, oh, this is how they all lost their people, so this is how they are all sacrificing their people.
If you ask me, Ifeanyi was a sacrifice. Pure sacrifice.
Oh my goodness, what the fuck? What the actual fuck? Like, it has not been that long. The pain is still fresh for the family.
Because if you look at the story surrounding the death of Ifeanyi, it bears all the hallmarks, it bears all the trappings of a typical ritual sacrifice situation. From everything I've researched in my life about ritual sacrifices for fame in Hollywood and in the entertainment industry.
Oh my goodness, bro. Wait. How? How does it bear all the hallmarks and trappings of a sacrifice for fame? Is there a way it happens? Because if you've done research enough to know that it was a sacrifice for fame, then there has to be some kind of pattern, right? There has to be a way it happens among everybody else. But if you've listened to this Illuminati crap for a long time, you know that the only evidence or proof they have is that the person is famous, okay? Because that's the only link between all these people, right? And he's going to mention a lot of names, right? That's the only link. They're all famous, they're all big people, and so it has to be a sacrifice, because how are they getting the fame? It's not through hard work, it's not through determination, it's not through creativity, or, you know, it's not any of that stuff. It's a sacrifice.
Personal opinion, they sacrificed him on the Halloween day.
Oh, Halloween! Yes, you know Halloween, right? The devilish culture that Americans have, where they dress like vampires and they dress like basketball players. Wait, when did the death happen? it was 31st of October, right? What other thing happens on that same day? Halloween. Oh my god. This is crazy. This guy might actually be onto something. Joseph Okechukwu might be onto something, and that something is called bullshit. Like, are we serious? Are we serious right now? Halloween, the sacrificing of Halloween. I can't even talk. Seriously, we're going to make a connection between somebody's son death and Halloween. Halloween! And let's even go back a little bit.
How can you have all those people in Davido's house? Not the nanny, not all the other people, caregivers, and every other person in the house. Nobody saw him in that big house, and he just took off and went straight to the pool. Nobody, no neighbor, no bystander, nobody around anywhere saw this boy. Are you kidding me? What kind of story is this?
We do know that people drown in pools, grown-ups drown in pools where they have like 100 people around them, right? We know that happens, right? And in any case, the story not making sense does not validate this ridiculous claim that it was a sacrifice. Like, so many people die and the circumstances don't make sense. A lot of it is avoidable. Can you then say, oh, it was a sacrifice because of that? Like, he said that it was a sacrifice. Personal opinion, right?
This was a sacrifice. Personal opinion.
How do you come to that conclusion? You only come to that conclusion if all you think about and the only way you see the world is through the lens of Illuminati and celebrities are doing things for fame.
When they sacrificed Whitney Houston, it was during the Grammy. They always find all those little things, little moments and times and seasons, because we don't know about numerology. So they know about numbers. They put numbers together and they know when to sacrifice who. When Diana died, they also had to deal with numbers. You don't know all these things.
Now, keep that word numerology in your mind, okay? Because we'll come back to it later in this video. Just keep it in your mind.
But that's what makes me believe strongly that Ifeanyi was sacrificed. I have not really dug deep into all the things I need to dig into. And that's why I'm just giving you personal opinion.
Personal opinion is the only thing you can give because there's no way you can prove it. This is the ridiculousness of some of these things. You can't prove it. And some of them will come and say, well, prove to me that he didn't do it. That's what makes these things so ridiculous and so effective at the same time, because you can't prove or disprove it. I'm not the one making any claim over here. You are making a claim. If you make a claim, you have to prove it. You can't like if you dig deep and do whatever, you're not going to come out with any facts. There's not going to be any facts of I know that he did it because of this. You're still going to come out with this nonsense numerology. It happened on Halloween and 31 is this. We'll see. We'll get into all of that a little bit later in the video.
I will be sure to let you know what I found out, if Davido knew about it or if he didn't know about it, because there are two scenarios that you must consider.
Now, to be fair, I'll give him this one because he did mention that he doesn't know whether Davido knew about the sacrifice or he didn't know about the sacrifice, because there are two scenarios where you might know and the other one you will not know.
The second scenario, as in the case of Kanye West, is you don't know it's coming. They don't prepare you to let you know that it's coming. For people who do not know, the devil literally sits atop the entertainment industry.
Now, this takes me back, takes me back to primary school when I was a kid, believing all this crap. I used to believe these things in class 5. I thought everybody grew out of it. I thought when we all left primary school, we grew out of this thing of the devil sits on top of the entertainment industry and is handing out fame to everybody who is going to sacrifice. If it was that easy, do you know how many people who are famous right now, if all you needed to do was sign your name in blood and put your stamp on the dotted line for a devilish contract and you will be rich and famous beyond? Do you think I'll be here?
So the person that you sold your soul to then replaces whatever spirit is in your soul with his own spirit. So that's why a demon is released into you immediately, and that demon is now what they call alter ego.
An alter ego is not a demon. An alter ego is simply a second personality that you create. Right now, I can say I have an alter ego, give him a name, and it will become a character in my videos. That's demonic, right? I've sold my soul, and then now they've given me a spirit, and it's now my alter ego.
They don't pay attention to the kind of deals they're signing today. You may fly to the US or to Bahamas or somewhere to go sign an agreement to become a big guy in the industry. Some label is signed you up in America or signed you up in the UK, and then suddenly your music is going worldwide, and you're like, woo, on top of the world.
Oh, so now they're using the label contracts Is there any proof of this? Is there any clause? Have you seen any clause in any of these contracts? Because these things are available. Kanye West posted his entire contract on Twitter. Did you see any clause in there about him selling his soul? Or that one is not on the paper. That one is spiritual. You sign the paper, but spiritually your soul is gone and you have to take somebody you love.
Nobody made you sign your name in blood, but the agreement you signed came with the package of losing someone or some people that are so dear to you. It will hurt you for a very long time to come.
Like this is a fucking Nigerian movie. Like this Billionaires Club. Are we serious? And you know what's crazy? I was seeing comments. I don't know whether it was this video, but there's another video where people were saying, watch Billionaires Club. You will learn a lot from that movie. Billionaires Club with Kanayo and PT. That's what, like for real, a Nigerian movie is your source? Are you crazy? Billionaires Club is one of the best movies ever made, okay? Goated movie. But let's be serious.
From everything I've seen, Ifeanyi was their sacrifice. And if David wasn't aware, you need to put him in prayers, because his life after this, doesn't matter how many more children they end up having, his life after this is not going to be very stable.
Can you allow him to mourn in peace? It's only a few days after. Now listen, he goes on and on and on with Kanye West and Eminem and all these people, all these stories that you used to hear in 2011.
Kanye West said, I sold my soul to the devil.
You see, this whole thing happens. You have people saying crap like this because there is this idea that because a celebrity is huge, everything that happens to them needs to have a huge reason behind it. Davido's career has exploded over the last couple of years. He has sold out some of the biggest venues. And so anything that happens to him or anybody around him has to have some kind of big reason behind it. It couldn't be a normal thing that happens to him because he's a human being. No, it has to be huge. It has to be the devil. It has to be the Illuminati. It has to be that he went to do something. It has to be something big for people to be satisfied because he is big. But could it be, okay, I don't know, I'm about to throw out the craziest assumption ever. Could it be that Davido's family members are also human beings and they have the ability to die? I don't know, you tell me. Could it be that because human beings are born and human beings have to die one day, that they died because they are human beings? Okay, once again, listen, let me know. Okay, I know I sound crazy, I know this sounds insane, but let me know if it makes sense to you, okay? I mean, listen, I try my possible best to try and make sense in these videos. This might be the craziest thing I've ever said in the video, and I know. But let me know in the comments below. Do you guys think that that's a possibility? The fact that death comes for everybody? Is that, even children? Could that be?
I will be sure to let you know what I found out.
Now, I told you before that there was another video that I saw that was crazy, and I told you to keep the word numerology in your head, right? Well, I want you to get ready for this.
Then we have 67. And then we have 76. So once again, even his son's name is synced up to blood sacrifice.
So Davido's name in numerology is 121, and the son's name is 112, and blood sacrifice is 121, and so it's synced up. And the reflection is, what's the reflection? 67, 67, 76. So if you put all of this together, it makes sense that the child was a blood sacrifice.
Think about 121. Now this is about to get real deep, right? We got 121, which is the 11th square root. And then he passed away on 11 date numerology, breaking down the date, adding every single number of Halloween, October 31st, 1 plus 0 plus 3 plus 1, and then plus the year, 2022. And we get the number 11.
11 days after his birthday. So if you add the days in the Halloween, the dates, all the numbers, if you add them, okay, you have to add those numbers for it to make sense. Right? Add them, you get 11. It's 11 days from his birthday. And black in numerology is 11. Oh shit. This is insane, bro.
29 years and 11 months old at the time of his son's passing. Just like, once again, black equals 29 and 11, right? And Davido is 29 at the time that his son drowns. When drown equals 29.
I can't take these people serious. Like, numerology is bullshit, okay? Numerology, for the most part, is bullshit, because like, if you massage numbers enough, you can make them say whatever you want them to say, okay? So like, when they say you have to add it like this, why do I have to do it like that? Because if you don't do it like that, you won't get the results that go with the thing that they think is happening. But let's continue, there's more.
Once again, breaking down his upcoming birthday is also 11 date numerology, breaking down every single number in his birthday. Now 107 is the 28th prime number, just like kill equals 28, and Davido equals 28. In the English language, forwards and backwards.
So the people who are orchestrating the sacrifice, they sit down and do all this math. That is impressive. That's honestly, it's very, very impressive that they had to make the day match up with the same number as murder. The best thing about that video is the fact that that guy is American.
They're setting people up. They're making these sacrifices to advance in this industry.
Guys, you get the point. The video goes on and he does this for the whole video. It's exhausting to watch, but also entertaining. Honestly, I lie to you. It's so funny to see. If you look in the comments, you wouldn't believe the number of people who believe this shit. And there's one particular comment that I have to read to you guys. Okay, listen to this. I think Davido knew the baby would be in this situation because he has a treat. I guess he means treaty with the devil, but he wanted to fool the devil by showing his oh, fuck, bro. Hold on, I guess continue. He wanted to fool the devil, showing its kid how to swim to save his life when this time arrived, but sadly he couldn't. The devil was smarter. Oh, Davido knew that they were coming for the baby, so he wanted to teach him how to swim. If that was the case, he could have just taken him, with him to wherever he was going, so that he would not even be around the pool. But he taught him how to swim so that when the devil came, the kid would not.
Now I know it seems silly at first.
I don't really have much else to say at this point. I'm sure I've made my point so far, and for the millionth time in this video, I'll say all this stuff is ridiculous. If you're over there saying Davido used his son for this and that, and you are tweeting this stuff and making videos about this stuff only days after the man lost his son, you have to ask yourself some questions. Davido is going through a hard time. Let's just allow the man be.
Don't let this type of stuff ruin your day.
I still won't ask you to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell. I will ask you to leave your comments below. Let me know what you think about the video. I know this video is going to attract a lot of those kind of people that are going to kind of leave all kinds of crazy comments telling me about how I don't know anything. Feel free to say whatever you want to say about me. Tell me how I'm never going to make it because I'm spreading the devil's message. I'm used to that at this point. And I will see you guys soon in another video.
Well, I go never ever ask you to like and subscribe, but you go share my video if you know you're feeling my vibe. People are gonna never ever ask you to like and subscribe, but you go share my video if you know you're feeling my vibe. Feeling my vibe.